Hello and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all.
Hello, hello. I hope you're with us. Please say hi in the comments if you are. Today with us we have Nella.
Hello, good morning.
Nella, thank you for joining us. Since our topic is first impressions, we will ask you to introduce yourself to our audience.
My first impression is that I'm one of those people that is not presentable in the morning. So maybe that is like the first thing to know about me. My name is Nella, and officially I'm expert for strategic communication, which means that I always think two steps ahead. And when I'm introducing myself, I'm thinking, what is the impression that I'm making? And I hope that this morning and this impression is not going in the wrong direction. And I know that I'm in the good company, and I'm looking forward to talking to you this morning.
Is that strategic then to be relatable to all the people who are not yet awake?
I hope so. When I'm advising people and when I'm looking people presenting themselves, I see that usually we think about ourselves and we think about how to present ourselves. What I advise to people is to think about who is on the other side and who is listening, and who are we connecting with. What is similar to the other people that are on the other side? What is different? What might be interesting to them about you? What they can find relatable? What they can find useful from this person that I'm meeting for the first time? And I think that relaxes when you understand it's not about you, it's not about me, it's about this morning, it's about our common fear entering the unknown, meeting the unknown people, and doing something that we never did before, which is a situation that we really, really often face.
That's true. How do you make that switch? Because it's one
Uh,
thing to say it.
Yeah, I think that comes with the time and that comes with the experience. Usually, when you talk in the unknown, when you talk to a group of people, usually you feel responsibility to say what you want to say, to appear the way you want to be remembered, you want to be understood. And then that focus is making you a bit nervous. That focus is making you a bit, anxious to talk to other people. When you relax yourself, and when you think about we are all people, we are all uncomfortable in some situations, then you can be more yourself, and then you can be more authentic to talk about what is common this morning. And I choose to talk about all these people who are not presentable in the morning, all of us who prefer to have quiet mornings, to have our coffee, to have our reading, to maybe do some journaling, maybe do some writing, maybe do some thinking about the day ahead. And all of us who are nervous about our working day and are facing the traffic in the morning, facing the other people who are not in the good mood, maybe facing potential clients, potential employers, uh, colleagues, gossip, and all of that is ahead of us. So I talked and I try to connect with the people who prefer to do it the way I do it, like quietly, with my thoughts, with my intentions for the day, with my preparation, and understanding that we are all people and we have a lot more in common than the things that we are nervous about.
Is it really nervousness, or are we perhaps all being selfish in the way we want to present ourselves, perhaps even better than we actually are? So people perceive us, oh, this is someone. uh,
I would agree with that, and I think especially for LinkedIn, that is a very common place where we go in the morning to see what is happening. Usually, we feel when I said responsibility, we feel responsible to appear professional, and maybe to play a role professionally, to present ourselves to the professional audience, to be more knowledgeable, to be more experienced, to be more, you know, professional. I don't know, that is the best that I can describe. And that makes us nervous because we are not professionals all the time. Like we are having our bad days, we are having our bad hair days, we are having like wash machine is stealing my morning days, or we are feeling like QR code is going to steal our people from us, and uh, you know, and that is fine, and that is what we can think about, and it's okay to present that way as well.
We've had some washing machine and QR code related troubles in the pre-live, just for the audience. Nothing serious. You don't need to be worried about us.
they're not interconnected, but yeah, there were some problems. But before we go further, we should say hello to our morning people.
Good
Hello,
morning.
Samuel,
Hi, Samuel.
and hello, Katerina.
Hello.
So there are some morning people there who still show up here, and I don't know if it would be great. Unfortunately, at the moment, we don't have a opportunity to welcome them directly with camera, but who knows? Perhaps sometimes we can see those people in face. So yeah, that's a good thought for some future uh, opportunity to be seen and heard. Also,
Please don't run away now. We won't force you like we forced Nella today to come in the morning.
And I would
For
like to,
those of
can I
you,
ask a question?
Mhm.
Do you allow guests to ask questions? How do you manage to wake up early in the morning and to be so cheerful when you do seen and heard, uh, like early in the morning?
it's not early in the morning. I wake up around 5, so it's okay. I didn't eat yet, but yeah, it would be
Oh,
about time. What about you, Edita?
I'm worried now since I heard you haven't eaten yet. I don't know. I think mornings are for manic energy, for doing stuff, and that makes me cheerful. So by the time evening comes, I kind of deflate a bit. So for me, it's natural to have a cheerful morning.
Really, that's interesting because I have similarly, like Nella, easy morning, perhaps some kind of reflection of previous day, thinking what will happen, what needs to happen this day, perhaps some meditation, and so there needs to be enough time before the other people wake up. So you need to wake up really early for that. I don't know
Yeah,
how you feel about that, Nella.
absolutely the same. And I think that you said the key word before meeting other people. Like I need my morning. I don't mind getting up early. I'm also early morning person. I'm also awake at 6 or 5:30 or It depends what time of the year is. But usually I'm awake, and usually I'm active, and usually I'm mentally sharp in the morning, and that's why I prefer to do writing, preparing some contents, thinking about, planning some meetings and so on. But what is early for me is meeting other people, and I'm now thinking about my years of service, my years of work when I was working in the office. This was like the normal working time when you come to the office, when you meet other people, a lot of other people, when you exchange your views, your thoughts, your plans, and so on. You drink coffee together, and then you have jokes, and you prepare for the day in the office. So I guess that is normal for the majority of people. But in the last years, I'm switching my priorities, and I'm working alone, I'm working at home, and that's why I prefer to have morning my way, to be with myself, with my thoughts, with my thinking, with my preparation before meeting other people. So that is what I refer to as early.
Sorry for interrupting your morning today. Then, yeah,
Yeah, I feel
This is
bad as
fun.
well. This is a
yeah.
message for us. Change your show time.
Why does it need to be early?
I mean, it's difficult, especially in the online space. When you are facing online community that is in different parts of the world. For some people, this is not early at all. For some people, this is like noon, and for some people, this is evening. I don't know. But usually, what I do when I do my webinars, when I do my online meeting other people, I usually do it in the afternoon, late in the afternoon. And some people complain about that as well. I'm thinking that is the time when people that are working in the office are coming
People
back
always
to
complain.
coming back home, so they can now do these things like educations, like webinars, like connecting with the online community. So that for me, that is normal time to connect. But again, for some people that is not convenient, but some people prefer to do it in the morning. So I guess that is the part of our introduction, just to be aware that it's not about you, it's not about me, it's not about being perfect, it's not about being good for everyone and for everybody. It's just for making a connection, and making and recognizing what we can exchange in when we get together.
Yeah, and I would say it's really different when you have international audience, because okay, just as explanation for all who are listening to us and viewing us at the moment, there are people, I presume, in different time zones who are listening to us, and actually we also are in different time zones. Nella and me are at 8:30 in the morning, and Edita is 7:30 in the morning, right? So
Yes.
it's quite different when you see it this way. And I had some webinars with people across the world when the webinar started around 1 in the morning. And for these people, it was still some afternoon. They were still cheerful and everything. And I was like, okay, let's just get on with it as soon as possible so I can go to sleep. So there is a real difference between if you have audience who is directly with you at the moment in the same time zone, let's say this way, and people in different time zones that have different kind of energy also.
And I think that is also important to have that in mind when making a first impression, that there is a possibility that for somebody, your first impression will be during their night or during their early morning. and the energy will be totally different. And I think that is the blessing of the online space, because we can connect with people, across the globe. And additional thing with this kind of connection is that we are saving the recording. So some people might watch this in some other time. So that will be their first impression of us. Who knows?
Would you say there is a difference between having getting a first impression of someone when you know it's at the moment, when it's live, and when it's on a recording?
So for me, it's I prefer to communicate and to exchange live, but sometimes it is not possible. Sometimes my energy, like during the night, is not that high. For example, for webinars that are happening in 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. my time, so I have to miss that. So I have to, force myself to look, to watch the recording and to, consume the content that way. But that content really has to be really, really good to make me sit and watch. That is not live. That I cannot interact. That I cannot ask questions. That I cannot, get clarity and get clarification. I mean, it's not easy to respond. So it's different. How about you? How about you?
I think the key word there, you said force yourself. I think because everyone's so full of information and exposed to all kinds of things online, it really has to be important for you to not have that kind of connection to motivate you
Yeah,
to join.
yeah,
Yeah, for me, I'd say there is a difference when there is some live thing going on and a recording, because recording I can just set up to be viewed at twice the speed, or even just as go to some different part of a presentation and everything. And yeah, I'd say a bit of this first impression is lost then of the other person who is presenting something, because okay, this is boring part, I'll just switch to something else, and you might miss something.
exactly,
So there is a bit
exactly,
difference there also.
exactly. And that is the
You
thing.
don't see it as valuable as it is in real
Yeah,
time, let's say this
yeah,
way.
yeah. And but sometimes when I'm learning new things, I prefer to stop the recording, to make notes, to reflect, and then to continue. For some things, as you said, I'm just going to twice the speed, just to go quickly through that. So it really depends. What is the quality? What is that content? And I think that we are getting more and more demanding from content producers to offer something that is worth our time. Because we recognize, and that is another thing why the first impression is so important. When your first impression is not signaling it's going to be worth your time, then you are missing your opportunity to earn that attention that you need to establish the connection, that you need to transfer your message, that you need to exchange the value that you are offering to other people who are giving you their time and their attention. Good morning.
Good morning. Lots of educators actually in the comments today, and I think this is relevant for them, right? We all struggle with this kind of capturing of attention from the first moment, and there's that consideration. How is the other person feeling right now? How can I make it easier? How can I make it more natural and more relevant to them?
And I always wonder, how much of that first impression is out of our control. Maybe we are just dismissed from the first second. Maybe we didn't even have a chance because our energy or our appearance or our gender, age, whatever does not resonate with the people. But on the other hand, for some people, we have like benefit of resonating and benefit of connecting, even without saying anything, even without trying to make a connection. We just click with some people.
Yeah, that's something to consider as well. I think we all give ourselves too much power in our heads sometimes to be the sole contributor to the final result, whatever that is, and that's not realistic.
Um,
Yes. And would it be okay time to start for something that all are here waiting for? They are waiting to start practicing the first impression and how to make it better.
yes, yes, yes. Let's do
Yes.
it.
Now that we over the problems and theory and everything. Okay, Nella, what would you say is a good start with? There are different theories on how, in which time frame first impressions are made of other people. Some say it's between some milliseconds. Some say it's even to some 20 something seconds, but it's really a short time frame. What would be a good thing to start with when you're interacting with other people?
I would say the first thing is to stop overthinking. That is like the first rule. You can always start with your name, and that is something that you're always ready to say, and that is something that you cannot be surprised when you have to do. And then just good morning, Jakarta. So that would be my first suggestion. Let's just not overthink, and let's not try to play a role, any role. Let's just say, this is my name. Nice to meet you. The second thing is, it's very a good idea to listen to the name of another people that you are meeting. Usually what we do, when we are introducing ourselves to the new person, we hear our name. We don't hear the name of another person. So that is the second point that will be our advantage. And the third thing is, depending on the context. If we are meeting in person, if we are meeting in a meeting that is official professional meeting, if we are meeting in an event, then we can make a comment and we can make relation of ourselves to that event, to why are we here, what are we doing here, what is our connection with the host of the event, what is our connection with this moment, what is that we are bringing here. And depending, do we know the person, do we know who is the person on the other side, maybe we know something about that person, then we can make a connection, what is similar, what is different, and what we can exchange. Maybe not that at that moment, maybe in the future. What is that we are sharing, and what is the benefit that we can exchange? So I think that will be the frame to think when introducing and when thinking about making the first impression. So first, uh, uh, stop overthinking. Second, start with your name. Third, listen to the name of another person. Fourth, think about who is on the other side, what makes us similar, different, what we can exchange. And I think that is something that you can always be prepared to do. And unfortunately, that is something that usually we forget to do.
This sounds like, especially in offline spaces, right, where you can't read the name. The name part here saves us in online spaces. It's always floating around somewhere. Um, for the five of you, the lucky or unlucky ones that have joined and said hi, let us hear from you, that is, read from you. Who are you? How do you help other people? If we were all in one room together, how could we connect and exchange ideas? Because maybe there are some possible collaborations here as well. There's something that brought you here that you probably have in common, some reason that you're listening to this today. So we'll give you some time and space. And as you write it, we'll pop it on the screen. So some free promo for you guys. Use it today. Why not? Why not make it a bit of a more active morning? I'm looking forward to reading that.
Lucky you, you don't have to go in front of the camera.
Exactly.
It's not so bad in front of a camera. Why is everyone against that? Oh,
Why do you think it is that it has such a stigma, Darko?
I don't know. Everybody says so, but once they get used to the camera, they don't see it as a problem.
It's new,
Would
I guess.
you? Yeah, you start to like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it starts getting natural when you do it enough times. What about for you, Nella? Did you have that sort of?
Uh, I'm amazed how many people say they are not good in front of the camera or they hate the camera. And I meet them through the camera and I meet them like through online digital tools, and they look just fine and they're perfect and they are just, confident and they're, just authentic. And I don't understand why people say that they don't like the camera, because they see it as something extra instead of something that is helping us connect. And we connect better when we see another person. And I've seen and I've done a lot of webinars when people switch off the camera, and then if you did it ever, you know how frightening it is to speak to black boxes and you don't know who is on the other side. And then you realize by comments, you realize people are listening and people are, present. And when you are sharing and when you are using this space to share the knowledge and to offer something to other people, then it's good to see the other people. It's good to connect through the picture, through the image, and to share that energy through body language, like we are nodding, like we are you know you see that another person is alive on the other side, and that is what makes it easier. So
That's
again, coming back to that, it's not about you. When you are switching on the camera, it's not about you. It's about showing your face to somebody who will make a connection with you when you do that.
That's an interesting thing that you imagine other people are just what listening to you when they have switched off camera. I usually just think they are perhaps in a shower, they are eating, they are doing something naughty, so it needs to be camera off. So yeah, it makes it easier for me. Okay, you have something better to do, but at least you're listening, whatever you're doing at the moment. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
makes
yeah.
it a bit lighter then.
Yeah, yeah. I see that. I see that. I see that, and I respect that.
Okay, we have some
Ooh, we
introductions
have many
already.
comments.
Super.
Okay, Darko.
Okay, there is a comment from Mary who wrote first. So Mary says, "I help teachers tackle systematic bias by being more accepting of accents, their own and of their own and of their students. I train teachers on methodologies and how they develop it how developed in their historical context. The idea is to help them value diversity of voices and see how flawed current oh,
ELT.
ELT materials are. This is the thing about the numbers and the letters, right? And are and do something about it.
Wow.
I wish people are there to read them themselves because I'm
Yeah.
sure it wasn't meant to be read that way.
I mean, but it's a great mission. It's a great work that you are doing, and thank you. This is such a needed intervention. Great.
Yeah, thank you, Mary.
ELT is English language teaching for
Oh,
those
okay.
uninitiated.
Yeah.
We have Ekaterina as well. I'm an English teacher and people person. I'm Russian and have lived in Spain for 20 plus years. I help people speak, feel better once they start speaking English. I try to give them a boost of confidence.
Oh, super, super, super.
Yeah.
It's great that you're speaking up here as a role model.
Yeah.
It's the teachers that always react first. You have to have some in your audience.
Yeah.
I mean, the
We'll need
teachers.
to hear from you and see you also, so be prepared for that.
Yeah, and I think teachers feel that drive to share the knowledge, and I think it's more difficult for teachers to stay quiet than to speak. But having known that people do things about quote unquote broken English is something that I really respect and I really admire, and I think that is really really needed in the world, and because so many people are now participating in this English exchange. We are using English as a tool, and sometimes we relate our self confidence or our self image to the accent or to the fluency of our English, and we are missing the opportunities for not practicing. And there is no, and you all know, there is no other way to improve language than to practice. And if you practice, it's normal and expected that you make mistakes and that you are not perfect. And like many other skills, you just have to go to the unknown and to the imperfect to improve and to learn. So thank you for doing that.
We're waiting for the rest of you. Samuel, if you're still with us, I'm waiting for an essay because I know that's your natural way of expression. Anna as well. I know you have a good introduction for us. Adhe, I hope that I'm saying your name right. Please tell us about yourself as well. The comments are open until we go offline. So even if it's in the last 5 minutes, you'll appear on screen. Now, we have a situation here where we don't have these people on camera, but we can see their pictures and we can interact with them on LinkedIn, and we associate who they are to their profile images. And I know Darko has a few tips and tricks when it comes to that, as that's his specialty and expertise. What can you tell us about that, Darko? Profile pictures as
About
first
appearing
impression.
in about appearing in comment section with profile pictures.
Yes.
Oh, well, at first, your profile picture needs to have you on there, which seems self-explanatory, but still, some people put some avatars or something else, either a company logo or something like this. So there is no point in that to be presented by some avatar. And other thing is when you're in the comments section, you're when other person didn't open your profile, this picture of you is really really tiny. So it really needs to show your face, and the main thing to see there is that your face is big enough to be viewed in this small circle. And it usually, some recommendation is to 50 or 60% the height of your face is the height of the whole circle. So the picture of something about above the shoulders is good enough. If you're further away from the camera and someone sees you, the whole on your whole body, they just see some kind of a stick people. So you cannot recognize. So others cannot recognize yourself, and you need to look how you. Oh, there is a comment now.
Yes, there's a question for you.
I think mine is too far. Okay, I need to check it because I do not see it at the moment. So Mary, let's just if you cannot if you can see your elbows, then it's too far. But yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I just checked it, and Mary, yeah, you should be a bit closer to the camera. Let's say so. Big, you can also zoom it in later in editing, but still, yeah.
Don't feel attacked, Mary. I know you have a lot of
You
really good
asked for it.
pictures.
What?
So just switch it up.
What?
All right. So close enough that people can actually see you and maybe recognize you at an event in
Yes,
the future.
exactly. Yeah, and just to make your face the main focus of the whole photo, because if there is something around your face which is screaming to uh, divide the attention, then this is not good. Yeah, like the light switch in gold.
I'm going to incorporate this in my logo in the future.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Mary. Yeah, dumb it down. Okay, zoom in or however you want to. You can crop it, but I'm not sure if people who do not edit photos will completely understand the editing process there.
But to be perfectly clear, we would like to see your face, and we would like to
Yes.
see you and to recognize you if we ever meet you in person. So let's see.
Exactly,
So
and not just if you we see you in person, but we also whatever text there is behind it, we like to see who is the person who is
yeah,
talking with us, and have a more feeling, okay, of that person, how they look like, are they happy, are they smiling, are they actually some grumpy person, and this can also change the view on the words you say in the text
exactly,
just by your profile picture.
exactly. That is a big part of the first impression. So, and
Is
maybe just
this
to
a good
comment on the
to come into
yes.
the first meeting? Now my camera is
Yeah,
correcting it.
if it's a vampire meeting, why not?
I would just like to comment on the logo. That some people feel a bit intimidated to show their faces and to speak when they are communicating for the organization, for the company. Maybe even they are obliged to respect the brand of the organization of the company, which is also a matter of internal policies and rules and everything that is regulated. But I would argue that showing the face of the people never should compromise the logo or the identity of the organization, because people are connecting better with the audiences than the logos. And when we see the people in the organization, that should just strengthen the image of the organization, of the company, of the brand. My advice to the people, also to people regulating internal communication, internal rules for branding of persons within the organization, is to allow people to show their faces, is to allow to people to have their personal brands that are connected and aligned with the brand of the organization, because that is just a clever thing to do.
Being impersonal doesn't
Yeah,
help.
no, no, no. Doesn't
Yeah,
communicate
yeah.
well. No.
And also, you can follow the company branding with some colors and just the consistency of all the photos in the team. All the people have similar lighting background,
Yeah,
so it just symbols the unity and the company itself.
yeah,
So yeah, you can do it the other ways. You don't need to have the big logo
yeah,
instead of a
exactly,
profile picture for it.
exactly. Or you can hire a professional to do professional photos that will be aligned with the brand.
Yeah, with also with the whole team there. And we have a comment from Katerina. So said, Mary, but you have another picture on your profile which makes it complete and looks nice as a result. And yeah, I opened Mary's profile, and it does have a different picture there. And this cover photo of the profile, and it's the one that should be a profile photo, I would say. And the problem there is most people will not even make an effort to click on the profile and just judge it by the small picture in your comments. So this is why you need to have it on the first photo that they see, and this photo will make the first impression of you.
Put your best foot forward. Show yourself immediately.
Yeah, it's precious. The attention that we get is precious. It's really difficult to earn. It's difficult to keep. So it's good to use every opportunity to improve. Uh, Regardless, is it a visual appearance? Is it a comment? Spirit of the comment, content of the comment, that is your first impression. That is just an opportunity not to be missed.
And there are many opportunities now. I think that's also quite important. Even if you have bad experiences from the past and you don't feel like you've connected, you were awkward and so forth, what's preventing you from reinventing yourself and trying again? There are so many people who haven't interacted with you, or maybe they forgot, and this will be their first impression in a way, especially if you're speaking in a different language. That can be a nice little opportunity to try something else.
And we don't have such a strong memory
No,
with so many things coming to us and so many contents that we are consuming. So just be relaxed. We don't remember.
definitely. All right. The
I
comments are
need to
still open.
comment before Mary has just changed her profile picture, and now it's much better. So
Well done.
Can you please put another comment so I can see that as well? I don't have
no,
it
no.
open.
I just watched her profile, so I I was stalking her at the moment, and she changed her profile picture. Mary, yeah, this is the great profile picture.
Congratulations on the live training.
Nice. Excellent. As I said, yeah, the comments are still open. So if you haven't introduced yourself, you still can. And if you're overthinking it and deleting stuff and adding stuff, you don't need to. You really don't need to. Nella, I know you've been running workshops on introductions for a while. What are the sort of things where, we talk generally about not focusing on other people, but what are the sort of things that people do that might prevent them from presenting themselves competently?
I would say that one type of people is too focused on making an impression that they overdo it, or they are uh, talking too much, or they are losing the point, never finishing the sentence, never finishing the thought, going in circles, and going around and round, and making it difficult to follow to a new person that is meeting that introduction for the first time. So that, I'm afraid, requires a bit of practice and a bit of maybe writing a sentence from beginning to the end. This is what I do. This is who I help. This is what I want. This is why I'm different. This is what I'm offering, and maybe even using AI to help you formulate and to practice. Using the mirror at home to practice and to uh, make yourself confident with yourself professionally when introducing. That is something that I noticed. The another thing that I see that people uh, do not feel confident and they miss the opportunity to introduce themselves. So they stay quiet, they overthink, they they're too short with introduction. They're just say a few words that are not clear, that are not appealing, that are not earning the attention, and they are dismissed because there are always other people who are talking much more and who are more prominent to present themselves. So that is, I'm one of those people. I never run to introduce myself. I never run to use the opportunity to promote what I do. Usually I stay in the corner. Usually I communicate in big events. Usually I communicate with a few people. And I also remind myself that there are opportunities to talk about what I do, talk about what I can help, talk about what I can offer, that other people can benefit from that. So that is, I would say, that is a regular practice. That is something that you can never finish and forget. That is something that you do every day. That is something that you practice every day. And what you do with this Seen and Heard series is that regular practice that you are doing. Not all you are not always comfortable to start a new show. You are not always comfortable. You always, could do something else with your time, or you can. But you decide to practice, and you decide to use the space. You decide to do the opportunity, and other people will benefit. So I think that is the key.
Mm.
It's not, I have to repeat myself. It's not about you. When you are presenting yourself, when you are promoting your work, it's not about you. It's about people who deserve to work with you. It's about people who will benefit from your introduction, who will benefit from your help, from what you know. That's why you deserve, and people deserve your introduction to be clear, to be appealing, and to be representative of the value that you bring to the society, to the economy, or to the community.
Very nicely put. Practice, and then those keywords will come naturally.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly, and the important part is also what you said, Nella, that you need to think of it as the person on the other side doesn't know you and really needs to understand how you may help her and with which of your knowledge and experience, and you need to tell them you know that, but they do not know that. So you need to tell them that,
exactly,
and to new
exactly,
people all over again and again.
exactly. And there are always new people. You will always have new people that will see you for the first time. It will always be like that.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, we have a few comments. I won't force you
Yeah.
to read, Darko.
Many comments, but I'd say the one that Mary said, it's not in this time how it was written, but still, it's most connected to the thing we're talking about now. Mary said it's the most embarrassing part because it's most personal one. It's the parts I honestly struggle with the most, so I introduce myself during presentation here and there, not all at once. So yeah, we need to practice it
Yep.
and really need to think about people on the other side.
Yep.
So yes. And regarding practice, yeah, there was a comment before from Katerina. She said, I read somewhere that whenever we use camera online, we unwillingly keep looking at ourselves, and that makes you nervous. I'm not sure if it affects that many people, though, especially when you're used to the camera. And I must say, from my experience, it affects all because even if you used to see seeing yourself on camera, you just start noticing things. Oh, is it something here on my shirt? Is my hair looking okay? So you start to focus on yourself instead of yeah, do you have the light switch there or not? But this is the other thing that we should see more how the first impression is made in the real time, that we need to put it also in virtual thing in front of a camera, how it happens online. You shall not look at yourself during your camera time, because if we do it this way, basically if I start looking at myself on the screen, I will start looking here, and it's not natural. When you start introducing yourself in real time, you look at other people in the eyes, and on camera it's a bit unnatural because you do not look at yourself on the screen, you need to look at the camera directly. So when you look at the camera, you're not focusing on yourself. And the other thing is that the other person really has the feeling that you look at them in the eyes, even if it's not so. But still, there is a million year evolution thing that we just accept it as it is, just looking in the eyes. So when you're filming yourself or being in front of a mobile phone camera, you perhaps do not know where it is, and you just look at yourself in the screen. You need to find where your camera is, and the easiest way is to start with your finger and start watching where this camera is. And once your finger is all over the screen, you found it. So whenever you are talking to the other person online, you need to look at that point. It's somewhere on the top of a screen, so you need to look at that point, look at other person in the eyes, and not yourself in the screen. And you don't have that other problem focus on yourself either. Then,
It requires practice.
Yes, I haven't
yeah,
mastered it, I have to say. I look
yeah,
at you
it's
too,
you
not the
also need to
camera.
practice it. But we feel so natural when we do it in person. When you introduce yourself, you look the other person in the eye. So it's the same thing online, but we just kind of forget it and start looking at ourselves in the screen. How do I look? Do I look good? This is the part again with the selfishness, that we need to look the best. Even the other person needs to see, okay, I'm in the focus of this person, and this person is interested in me, and this also gets a better first impression.
And the other people that are meeting us are also maybe nervous, thinking about themselves, how they appear to us, how we see them, how they will introduce themselves. So don't forget that. And when you are presenting yourself, think about that you have that filter as well. They are not hearing you like 100%. They are also hearing the voice, thinking about how I look, what is wrong with my hair, way do I look, what is the impression that I'm making, and so on. So we have two filters when we are introducing ourselves for the first time.
Yeah, and then we have Another problem between male and female, usually, if the male part start looking at themselves in the screen, when they introduce themselves, and the other person, female, just sees this and where is he looking at?
That is very familiar. That is very
Really?
familiar.
Yeah, I understand it.
I never thought about that. I was like,
Okay.
stop reading my notes. That's another perspective. Okay. All right. I think it's pitching time. So, something that we don't normally do in our show. So, it's time to practice that as well. And that's something that Nella and I have prepared for you. And it's a free workshop on introducing ourselves. I'm going to put the link in the chat. This link would lead you to a Croatian page, but if you only speak English and other languages, you can use your browser to translate it so that you can apply as well, because we will be speaking
Yeah,
in
but the
English.
course is in English, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
the
yeah.
introductions are in English. And I will try to add the QR code now. Let's see. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, the QR code is here.
Yay. We're so tiny now on the screen.
Yeah, because QR code needs to be big, so it
Yes.
can be just scanned. And if you're watching this on the mobile phone, you can, of course, screenshot it and scan it later.
Yes, I will
And
add
it
the
gets
link.
to the same link that you showed before.
Exactly. That link is on YouTube now, but I will add it to LinkedIn as well. If you want to join us, it's for 1 hour, and all we do is introduce ourselves, and other people, and us including Nella and I, give some feedback so that we can practice. That's all it is. Very simple. You can show up in your pajamas. We don't judge. It's all about the words.
Oh,
All
there's a
about
visual
making
component
connections.
there also. Oh,
Yes, of course.
yeah. Could you just explain this course a little bit more? Okay,
Yes,
you get feedback, but
I
what
would
kind
like
of
to.
pitch is it?
I would like to comment how we did it. We did it the first time like 10, 15 days ago. And we had a group of women who practice how to introduce themselves in English. And we just confirmed what we spoke during this hour. People feel unconfident despite that their English is just fine and their introduction is just fine. They feel nervous. And sometimes when they speak about themselves, they feel like they're stealing somebody's attention and somebody's time and they're asking something that is not theirs. So when we practice, then we point at the mistakes that people are doing. And what is very interesting to me, I did it also in Croatian, and I noticed that uh, people sometimes, when they try to express their thoughts and their introduction, they are not making themselves clear. What we want to people to learn and to understand is how to make yourself clear and how to make your introduction so good that people know whom to recommend you to and for what, which is very important in the professional space. You want people to recommend you, you want people to refer you, you want people to know you and recognize you for something. And when you do the introduction, when you do it in the right way, then you make it easier for people to recommend you, especially for freelancers, especially for people who are looking for new opportunities. It's very important to get these introductions. And that is what we are practicing there. And when you hear the feedback from other people, then you understand what can be improved in your introduction. What can you say clearer? What can you say better? What people don't understand really well, and then you practice how to do it.
And not just feedback, but also how other people do it, which can inspire you, give you a different perspective. Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
they started with this rather than that. And
yeah,
what we normally see is either coming from a place of value, like Mary, for
yeah,
example, or something a bit more practical, right?
yeah.
This is what I provide, this is my main service, or my main goal with my clients.
So what we want, everyone who is watching this, is to recommend us and our workshop for practicing the introduction in the professional sense, and making clear who you want to be recommended to and for what.
Exactly. And just to spend some time with us speaking English, especially if it's your second, third, fourth language, just to help you relax. Because introductions are part of most conversations, especially in the professional realm.
Yeah.
And if we notice that your camera presence is not perfect, we might refer you to Darko. We're waiting for him to join.
And it's always good to meet new people. It's always good to extend your circle of connections.
Definitely. Especially professionally, because networking is where it's at.
Yeah.
One by one, people can recognize you. And that's what building a brand is. Okay, I think that we can wrap it up here. There's another minute or two for you to introduce yourselves. If you need that deadline kind of ticking, you can use these final few minutes.
Or if you want to comment or if you want to ask something, use our time.
Absolutely. After the event, the comments are still open. If you were a bit late, you can always sneak into our DMs as well. We are open to conversation. We actually get
Or
really
the
happy.
event was too late in the night for you, so you're just watching the video there, not live one, of course.
And you can always join us in our workshop with the camera to practice and to meet new people and to give feedback, give and get feedback on your
Yeah.
introduction.
And see
Yeah,
how everyone
and I
is
would
offered, not just you.
exactly. I would say it's a really important component of such a workshop to have not only the person who is leading the workshop, but also other people in the same situation to comment on how you
Yeah,
presented yourself, because you have then real world feedback from other
exactly.
people, and
Exactly.
because that is even more important than having the part, okay, this needs to be done, this but to have, okay, this really looks good, so to other people it will also look good.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And there
Exactly.
will be honesty that you don't necessarily have on social media at all times, because
No,
people try
it's
to
not present. People aren't honest on the social media. What do you mean?
I don't know, Darko. It's very
You
hard to
just
understand.
put everything on heads right now. How will I view social media the same eyes again? There's no honesty there.
I'm
Oh,
sorry to crush your illusions, Darko. It was not my intention on this
I'm
morning.
breathing really heavy now. Oh,
People are quite honest in the workshop, is what I was trying to say, because it's not recorded, it doesn't say anywhere, and you know that you're there to practice, so you might hear the negative part as well. What's missing? Oh, I didn't understand this. And this is much more realistic than when you write something online and people say yay
Yeah.
or ignore you, which is the two common reactions
There's
on
no
LinkedIn.
negative things, so yeah. Yeah, because when you say something negative, like I did today, people feel personally attacked by you. So yeah, no negative, just ignore. Well, I didn't hear anything. Nope, nope, didn't hear anything. Didn't see anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. I put the link on LinkedIn as well for those of you who were really sweet to us and joined, even though it probably is morning for a lot of you, and you all have something to do. We know that regardless of the time of the day, your time is precious. So we really appreciate you.
We hope it was worth your time to stay with us.
We really do. We'll know next time if there's no one in the
Yeah.
comments.
Okay.
So
Could you
tell us
put the
everything.
QR code one more time,
Of
and we
course.
shall leave
Disappear.
then. Ah, there it is.
There it is. We have another comment from Mary. Ahaha, if this is not a personal attack, I don't know what is. Have a lovely day. It's always fun to see and hear
Thank
you.
you, Mary, for being such a great sport. Okay, I personally attack people. That is my specialty.
Yeah, Darko, you're known for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mary, for interacting. We really appreciate it. And this is it, what Nella was talking about. If you feel like commenting or talking to us on LinkedIn, please do. We are the ones eagerly waiting, and we're definitely not there judging you. We just want interaction. We want to feel seen and heard. So whatever kind of comment you have, it's welcome.
And do not be afraid, I will not be there, so you're safe. Okay, thank you, Nella, so much for this
Okay.
great interview and practicing. Really enjoyed you being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for giving us your morning. Have a
See
lovely
you
rest
next
Bye.
of
time.
the day. Bye. See you.
Bye.